I'm now back in the chem lab, but it's now about 8:15 in the evening. And what I want to do is finish that part of our lab on types of reactions, the combustion part, by doing the reaction to completion. The last video I did, the sequence of timing on the video, it ran out of time. And so I thought, oh, just wait till tonight and come back and redo that component of it. So I'm going to do the same reaction, fill the can with gas, methane, light it up so it can burn with the oxygen, let it burn for a while. I'm probably going to put the video recorder system on pause for just a little bit because the reaction does take a couple of minutes, and literally just a little while ago, using a stopwatch, I timed the reaction just to see how long it would take. So the second time I do it now, it should come out to be pretty close to the same amount of time. And right before I get to that point in time, maybe about 2 minutes or a minute to go, I'm going to put the recorder back in play. So you don't have to wait for a long time for the reaction to complete itself. So let me fill the can with methane. I have my finger on top. And I can smell the methane in the room, so I know we've got a good bit in there. Let's light. I'll start my watch. And I'll let it burn for about a minute, and then I will pause the record and let it burn further down, and then bring it back close to the point where I get my final part of combustion. As I mentioned to you in the first video of this, of these three types of reaction, in that first video I had told you that as the fire proceeds here, a little bit of air is coming in at the bottom of the can, so the can is now starting to fill up with a mixture of air, which has oxygen in it, and also the methane. So at some point, that mixture is going to become perfect for a reaction that is a combustion and a little bit more. So let me pause the video at this point, and when I bring it back, you'll probably see less flame, and we'll be closer to the point where we're close to the finishing of the combustion. I've moved the computer camera a little closer to the can, and you can see the flame has diminished a good bit. And checking my stopwatch here, I know that we're getting pretty close to the point where our combustion will be complete. Fortunately, this evening, at this time of the day, the air system isn't as pronounced, so as a result there aren't very many drafts in the room, which could possibly extinguish the little flame that I have sitting on top there. So we have a little bit more time left. I'm going to just stop talking and let the reaction proceed slowly. The flame is now starting to get closer and closer to the hole, and there's very little flame visible. You might be able to see a little bit on the video, but for me here in the room, I can see that it's getting much smaller. So let me stop talking here, and let's wait to see what happens. Not bad. Just about the same time that I had timed before. I had timed this for 7 minutes and 50 seconds. The first practice one I did was an 8-minute burn. Depends a little bit upon how much of the gas I put in. And you've seen here the combustion process, but then this final phase is where the combustion does one step more, and actually it causes an explosion. And that's because we have the mixture of methane and oxygen just perfect for the reaction to occur. It's just not burning with available oxygen in the air. It's actually burning with the oxygen that's in the can, and that happens to be a perfect ratio. When you think about what your car does, when you have gasoline spraying into the cylinder, there's got to be oxygen added to it, and the people who design engines figure out how much air should come in and how much gasoline vapor should be shot into the chamber of the engine cylinder before it actually sparks the reaction. And that perfect mixture is what we call a stoichiometric mixture. And when you have that, then you have a perfect reaction. So that gives us a little bit of an insight as to more types of reaction, but also a little bit of advanced information about a coming chapter where we deal with what we call stoichiometry. So I'll stop here. This is the end of the types of videos, and hopefully this will help you with your understanding of the concepts for Chapter 11.